Yo, Froggystyles, Mediocre Trader back here to close out the market.
What's up? What's up? How are we doing today?
Let me get my chart pulled up here so we can get right into it. Apparently, it's been a pretty wild day.
Yeah, it was a wild morning, man. Everybody was all excited. I seen it start to peter out in using technical analysis. So, yeah, we kind of knew it was getting weak and weak.
Knew the bottom was coming. I expected it to kind of bounce back yesterday, but it kept getting weaker. So eventually it was going to bounce off of a bottom, and it established that, ended up bouncing up. So worked out pretty good here.
Yeah, it's right at the technical analysis level that we expected it to be at. Amazing.
Now let me get a couple numbers here for max pain. Get that all calculated up here.
What's going on, chat? How was everybody today? Koba.
All right, first one we're going to look at is AMC. Currently trading at 1090. Max pain looks like it's between 11 and 12, so we're at 1150, which is pretty nice. It's an improvement from where we was. It was getting kind of scary down there, actually.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We're probably going back, maybe, but we'll see. It might retest where we were. I haven't really looked at it, but it's been weak. We'll have to see what the. Let me take a peek. I haven't really looked at it.
GME's next. We're seeing between 90 and 95, so puts it at 92.50. And that's going to be plus or minus 250. Let me see what it's actually trading at. 90.29, and we're already on an uptrend, about the gold cross on the 15, so it's on its way up. Let me check out AMC real quick too, because I think it's on the same exact trend. It's a little bit behind, but it should be trading at closer to 11 before close. Then we're going to do SPY just so we have that one charted. See what it's trading at. SPY is currently trading at 388.86. It's gold crossing on the 15 minutes, so we're on our way up. Max pain appears between 390 and 395. So that would put you at 390, 250, plus or minus 250. And like I said, I'd like to confirm it with a second larger cap stock, so I use Tesla. Tesla's currently trading at 724. It was down underneath 600 there for a minute. Yeah, down in the 600s for a minute. 680 even, which is also weird. So max pain for Tesla is looking between 700 and 750, so we're back at 725. Plus or minus 25. I'll post those over on Twitter so you guys can see those. Those are basically the numbers that I expect, and the range that I expected to hold going into close, and or possibly open back up at those prices. And then Friday will be a new max pain. And for anybody that is a member, I do have a video over there for training on how to use max pain, so you can figure these yourself, because the number always changes throughout the day based upon where the money lays down. So let's go back over here, check a couple things out with AMC real quick. You can see the buy check mark that popped up here as it did its double dip. You always buy on the second dip. So if you could have got it anything close to, I don't know, 1050, 1050, or yeah, 1050, 1060, that's a pretty good price unless you bought first thing in the morning when it was real rocky before it ripped up.
Yeah, it
That was
pulled back
one nice
to
run.
9 and change.
I think it was
Then
up,
it
what,
just
30%?
yeah, it moved. It was moving pretty good. Yeah, it pulled back to 998. I think I can't remember the exact price, but it started moving after that.
You can see right down here the vortex indicator. You can see where, I don't know how they got turned back to blue. Let me fix that real quick. That's supposed to be green. And that's supposed to be like a lighter red. So you can see the buyers and sellers. So you can see the buyers are about to step back in on the vortex indicator. As you can see, the MACD is about to cross over too. The cash has flown out of it since this morning. I wonder what made it go up. I'm thinking it's because the money came in the after hours and the stock price didn't get to correct to it. And it played this goofy after hours stuff. And then when the market opened, it popped up to where its level should have been, which is probably closer to about here at 1147. And that's what Max Payne's roughly figured to go to right now. But it's oversold. The cash came right back out of it, putting it back down to, we don't even have a level that low. Well, let's hope it stays above 11 going into tomorrow, because I'd hate to see any kind of put options go into money for Monday.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they ran it up to entice people to get in the options. I hope people didn't bite on that.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a bull trap where it ran up. Like usually they start the run up on Wednesday and then they bull trap it on Thursday. This time they made it look like a double bear trap going into a wild looking bull trap.
Yeah, I feel
So,
like they're enticing people. They're trying to entice people in the options.
yep. So it's obviously a new trading strategy algorithm kind of thing that they're running, but it's still the same predictable thing. Bear trap, bull trap, Max Payne. Nothing changes there because that's how they make their money. What they do in between there doesn't matter. It's still the same pattern. So we go over here to Fidelity. I'm going to pull this one up here real quick so you can see it. Once I get on the right spot here. All right, so here's Fidelity. You can see GameStop right now, 9,100 buy orders. They got 86% buy orders, 14% sell orders. And the stock, usually it's down whenever they have more buyers than sellers because the market's just backwards. But they're up 7.3%. You come down here, you see AMC's got 5,700 buy orders, 73% buys, 27% sales, and it's up 2.75%. So, I mean, the buyers are still stepping in. Nothing's changing. So their plan of waiting us out is not working for them.
No. In fact, I bought more today.
Yep, me too. And I did notice that I'm not sure if we'd call him friend or not, but BlackRock bought another $1 million worth of AMC. It was listed for today. I'm not sure when the purchase actually went through, but they definitely bought more. Let me go through chat and see who we got here. We got Need for Speed, Blaker Family Firearms, Koba, Miss Harris, Jay Portuguese, KM Fung, Stephen Bruce, Number Letters, Me What, and Dynamite. How you guys doing? Let me see if we got any questions in there. We'll get those pulled out here. Need for Speed says he loves my intro. Thanks,
Nice.
man. Need for Speed says he took some profits and then bought more shares on the dip. Yeah, that's name of the game, is definitely increasing your quantity.
Yeah, the dips are getting even more delicious every day.
Number Letter says I'm expecting a negative 10% tomorrow. Actually, no, I'm expecting max pain. They're going to hold it roughly about where it's at right now and exhaust all them options, the calls and puts. I mean, if you see it over here, I'll pull it up here so you can see it.
I feel you, Dino.
Right here, you can see where the puts are. There's a nice little stack of puts sitting at 11 and a nice stack of calls sitting at 12. Very good chance that they're going to just kind of, I bet you they close it today. They could bring it up to 11.40 or 11 and a quarter, and that would do like basically max pain for the day. You just got to look at where the money's sitting, because that's all the market maker does, is he kind of fishes around trying to figure out how to blow out the options and keep all the premium. It's not very cool. It's not a free and fair market when they do that kind of stuff, but let me check a couple other stocks here real quick. I'm going to go check BBIG. That one's up 4.6% with a buy check mark, so it's going higher. HYMC up only 2%. It's actually really cheap right now.
Yeah, it is.
ATER up 5%, kind of as expected. CEI down 0.25%. BKKT up 27%. Wow, that's pretty nice actually. MMAT up 3%. Jamie's up 10 still, which kind of makes me wonder how come AMC didn't get that nice little pop and hold it. We'll probably get it at the end of the day, though. I'm expecting us to be pretty close to 11.25 by close. I'll just put a line in there for my prediction right there. And then they won't let it move going into Friday, so they can just repeat max pain one more time and make money.
I already got rid of what I had. I said I'm done with that. When it ran up, I cut it. I said I knew what they were doing, so.
Oh, I knew once it went outside these bands, I knew it was coming back down. I didn't expect them to pull it back like this. It's almost too obvious for manipulation at that point. But I expected this one, and then it ran up and it failed again, and I'm like, that's not supposed to be doing that. But that's the games they play. They're trying to trick people in and out.
Yeah, I watched it get weak, and I said, oh, man, they got people.
Oh, yeah.
They did. They played it off pretty slick, too. They dropped it below 998 or whatever it was. They dropped it below 10, got it down to 998, and then just said, well, let's go. And it started moving, and I was like, I was tempted, but I said, nah, I made a promise. I'm going to stick to my promise. So.
I see Viper's in here from 8 Radio with the one, the head, Viper and Jordan. I see Viper's here. Michael, can you please send this out to the head? He said he can't get them. He's not seeing any of Froggy. He said it last night. He's not getting any of Froggy things to showing his own live. So thank you. You can tweet this to him. Thank you.
Yeah, go figure. They unshadow banned me for a day. Numbers come in nice, and then all of a sudden they can't see me the next day. It's crazy how YouTube and Twitter work.
Yeah.
I don't even think I said any of those special swear words like C19 and stuff like that you ain't allowed to talk about. I think somebody did say FJB, so I think that might have probably done it. Can't bash the president.
Who said that?
No, there's certain things you can't say. You have no idea what their filter system is.
Yeah.
And once you say it, it pops up on the transcript and it gets filtered. It's so goofy.
I see Rhonda in here from the Terrible and Spence community. She's with them. It's always Rhonda, Terrible, Spence, Jen, and Sugar Kush. I see you in here. Thank you so much.
Steven says, I don't think playing options on AMC or GME is good. I think they're just trying to collect premium. What is your thoughts on this? That's exactly what I think they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
When they ran this thing up in June, it stirred up the community and we bought a whole bunch of options. Then they played Max Payne on us and basically ate so much premium. And then they took all those profits that they made and they kept pushing the stock down so we could not win. And then obviously they didn't spend all that money and they put the rest of it in crypto. Well, as the options are starting to dry out, they have to go get more money to continue playing their game. So they're draining crypto as we speak and some of their long positions. And I think the pain's coming their way because, hardly anybody's buying options.
And then I think they just went and pushed the stock price down to $10 yesterday. Got people thinking. And then what do they do first thing today? Push it below $10, $9.98, and then they start running it up. So everybody jumps in and starts buying options. Pull up. I didn't even look because I just know that's what happened. I didn't even look. How many options were purchased today? Calls. Do you know?
Right now for the calls, it says 40,000 calls at 12 and 52,000 calls on 13, which is nuts. With this run up, they tricked all these option buyers to hop on board.
Yep.
And now as long as they keep the price under 12, they took everybody's money. And that's the sad part of options.
Yep.
Because if people would just look at the puts and where the puts are placed, when they run the price up, if they go deeper in the money by either match the puts or go $1 lower, like they're not going to drop it underneath the puts and bring the puts in just so they can wipe out calls. They don't usually do that. So that's the only trick that I see is see what's on the table and place accordingly. And people aren't doing that. They load the boat up today. They got tricked into that massive move. And then once they tricked all those calls to come in, they dropped the price back down. Judging by the way it's looking, there's no way we're going to finish above 1201 for the week because that will bring in options, and they don't want that. So, I mean, we got to be a little bit more careful instead of just wasting premium that way.
I do want to say this, Froggy. I did volunteer you today. I was in a space call that had 7,720 people in it today. And I did volunteer you because I see I see somebody who's part of his members is in here. I did volunteer you that you will speak one day for them. I did volunteer you. So just to give you a heads up, I'll send you the information.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, Need for Speed says options suck. They're actually pretty good if you know how to play them.
Yeah.
And there's more to playing them than picking the right strike. Timing's important. Knowing where the puts are actually placed make a difference because you got to keep in mind they don't want those puts going into money. And they usually create buy walls to keep those puts from going into money. So if you technically wait until it gets as close as it can to where it teases those puts, and then you place your calls right there when it's at the bottom, it will push your price away from your puts, and they'll put you more in the money. So it's a win-win for you, and that's all you got to do is just see where the money's sitting, and that's all the market maker's doing. He sees where your money's at, and he just threads that line and takes your money.
I think they set up a lot of people today. I think I think it was a planned event. I'll just say that, right? They knew what they were going to do probably this week and just executed it perfectly, right? You know, I don't.
We knew a bull flat or a bull trap was coming. I didn't expect it to be that big, but when you have one day to hurry up and trick people into buying calls, this is what they came up with. They're like, we're just going to shoot the stock price up 30% and then drop it back down to where they only get 6%. So everybody that dove in during that period of time, and they even hung it up there, making it look like it was going to create a flag. And I mean, kind of seen it coming. We knew a bull trap was coming.
They didn't get me.
One thing that I should be talking about a little bit more is like the two traps that they set every week. Like every week you will see a bull trap and a bear trap, and you never know which one's coming first, but the other one is always next. And then max pain is always Friday. Friday the 13th, actually tomorrow. I'm not superstitious, so don't worry about it too much. But now, when I bought my stock today, let me see. Yeah, I was in it this morning from yesterday, and it ran all the way up here. I bought more right about down here, but I think I got in at 178 or 170. I don't remember what price it was. I know I seen this check mark pop up, and I was like, "Oop, I'm going in." There's probably during this candle. Or no, maybe it was this one here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I seen this candle or this check mark show up over here. And that gave me an idea to keep an eye open for it. And then it popped up right here. So it had to be this candle. I think it was 1070 or 1072 or so that I bought it. Bought another 100 shares. So anytime you see pink down here in that little buy check mark, usually it's a good sign. This is my indicator that we basically made a double bottom. You can see it. That's the low point. That's a low point. There's a neckline that's made right here. That's a neckline, that pink one. So you can actually count that as your breakout point. But as soon as I seen this one here, I knew it was about time with that check mark that it was going to start running up. As soon as it turned pink, I mean, I was ready to go. So that's pretty much all I did.
Froggy, Weston W says, Froggy, can you please check out ATER?
Yeah. Let me check max pain real quick too. We got $2.50 for the puts, $3 for the calls. That's telling you 275. It's already within that range, so you're plus or minus a quarter. So it'll probably stay there. It's a little overbought. You can see by the green here, but that's pretty much it. It will probably stay there for the rest of the day or float a little bit lower. We got 4 minutes in closing. We're already back above 11, as expected. There's that number I picked, 1126. So now there's actually a resistance band right here at 1119. Not too concerned about it. We got 3 minutes to go. Volume is starting to taper down, but you know how the last 5 minutes always turns out. If it's going to bump up, they start buying in towards the end. So I bet you the next candle it pushes its way back up there. At least 1120. We'll get that.
We got 3 minutes till close.
Let me check GME real quick. GME's not deciding to move for whatever reason. Gold cross on GME. So it should start moving. I'm not sure why it's not moving. Need a big volume candle. Real big one. It'll probably be this one now that we're looking at it. Nope. It's going to go out with no volume, it looks like. AMC 1114 right now, about to wrap things up, going into close. We got 2 more candles. This one should break that barrier right here. Nope. It's going to pull back. Well, at least it's above. Oh, I don't know. It got confused. There it goes. It breaks that barrier. I thought it was going to actually fake me out and head down.
Make you look bad, right?
Yeah.
It does do that sometimes, I got to admit. But
What's the odds of getting a nice big volume candle that gets up to about here?
we got 1 minute. Could happen.
There's the volume. It just hasn't moved yet. Cash is coming in. 1120. Let's do it.
Look at that.
1121. A little bit more volume. We'll get there. We got 5 more pennies to go.
Close.
Nope. It's going to pull back.
Didn't make it.
But at least we got pretty close to there. You know the direction.
Exactly. That's because TA works like a mofo, man. I can't trade without technical analysis. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's funny. I hear some of these guys saying that TA is not good and all this other stuff. I'm like, that don't make any sense. What do you think the hedge funds and a market maker use?
What do you think the algorithms run off of?
Everything works off of technical analysis. So, except for they're programmed to do it, so they can't miss.
Bonnie says, is there a chance that they can cover in the dark pool so they don't have it, so it doesn't affect the share price? Bonnie R said, is there a chance that they can cover in the dark pool so it doesn't affect the share price?
Nope.
It can't happen. The reason why it can't happen, and this is what I want people to understand, and I kind of say this every day, like all those shares that we think are synthetic shares, right? We're holding them. They're selling them to us every day. So you have a number in your brokerage account. So when you cash out, they're going to pay you for your shares, right? So that's where the shares are. I mean, they might be trading some back and forth as well. We don't have control over those, but everything that we're buying, we have control over because it's in our account.
Now, check this out. This is the SPY chart. For my SPY prediction from Max Payne today, I called it for 392.50 plus or minus 250. It ended up running up to 392.39 within 11 cents. I mean, I think that's pretty close. Check out Tesla. And the reason why I like to check these two first is it's harder to manipulate those ones. But Tesla, I picked it 725 plus or minus 25. Tesla closed at 728.10. I mean, it's right there. We got GME is the only one I see that didn't quite make it to where it needed to go. GME was figured at 92.50. Let me double check that one to make sure options didn't change. Because somebody could have sold something. Nope, it's still 92.50. They got to get above 90. So they're about 44 cents away from max pain, like the bottom edge of it. So they'll probably get that first thing in the morning. And then we got AMC. That one was figured for 11.50. Plus or minus 50. We got towards the bottom end of that one too. But like I said, you can see what they're doing. They're just guiding right between the puts and the calls, and they just suck in all that premium. There was something weird that happened today. Did you quite catch that tweet that came in from Citadel?
No, I didn't. You got it?
We'll have to pull it up. Give me a second.
I don't usually check Twitter. I'm going to be honest. and today, I was just having a good time. Just I watched that whole AMC thing, and then I was like, you know what? I just started trading. I thought about dumping some cash in AMC, and I said, nah. I bought shares on my retirement account, so I said I'm going to keep my cash and trade options and stuff like that. So I was trading on the SPY today and paying attention to that. Really.
All right, let me see.
Mediocre Trader, I do apologize. I did volunteer you with Jay Brown and Froggy with Jake Brown that we would support him as well. I did let him know that we would support him as well, Froggy and the Mediocre Trader on Twitter. So when the time comes for his meeting, I will let you know. Mediocre Trader. But I did sign you up, so I'm sorry.
You got it. We can handle that.
Did they take the tweet down? I don't see it. I shared it just so it was like up there.
You should have sent it to me.
It was posted right on my Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
What did it say? Do you remember?
I can't remember, but I sent it on Twitter and it said, wait, what? What's going on here? It was talking about AMC saying that they watched Doctor Strange or something like that, and they liked it or something goofy along those lines. So I put it over there, and here, I'll show you exactly what happened because I put it there.
I see it. I did see that. I see you did. I seen it. You did. But Tara Bull has it as well also. I think she did it too. But I want to say the one, the Hedge, Viper, and Jordan, and Lady Katie from 8 Radio in here, but it's the Hedge and the one and Viper's in here. They're in here now.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Right here it says it was from Citadel Securities. This tweet was deleted by the tweet author. So It was on here. I put it there just so we can have it. Oh, maybe it was a fake page. It says it doesn't exist no more. But it had a blue check mark. Who knows?
Interesting. Yeah, Carl Taylor says they took it down.
Yeah, I try to post stuff like that so it can't get lost.
This morning I was thinking when AMC was moving up, I'm thinking, I wonder what CNBC is going to say today. I wonder what Gasparino is going to say today. I
blocked Gasparino. That guy's a tool. Like, there's no reason to even pay any attention to him. They usually say keep your enemies close, but you can't learn anything from that guy. He used to be on our side. You can tell by the books that he used to put out. It was all like, the market needs fixed and this kind of stuff, and now he's part of that problem. It's kind of like Citadel when they said that payment for order flow was bad. And guess what they do? Payment for order flow. So
Dino Mike says blue check.
I'm going to send you that message that you had today because someone in the space call just DM me with it. So I'm going to send you the one about what Citadel said. So I'm going to send to your DM right now, Froggy.
You actually had the words and stuff to it?
Yes, they have everything.
Good.
Okay, I'm DM you with it right now.
Yeah, Dino Mike says blue check mark with the laugh emoji.
It was a blue check mark, which is weird. That's why I posted. I thought for sure it was Citadel, but after being taken down and the account's gone too, I'm like, maybe it wasn't, but that's kind of weird.
Kyle Taylor says, Froggy, I sent it to you on Twitter.
All right, cool. Let me pull that up here. Yeah, it says, thank you, AMC Theaters. Our team in New York and Chicago had a great time watching the new Doctor Strange movie on the big screen last week.
Oh, I love it. That's a good tweet. That is a good tweet.
Let me...
Adam and Justin, for sending me, Justin and Ken Adams, send me that information and send to you.
All right, yeah, I'm going to turn that into a small meme real quick.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, we were hanging out today, having a good old time in the Discord, watching AMC, and we started doing some charting and making some trades. A lot of people made some money on the Discord today with the technical analysis stuff. It's really awesome.
You mean to tell me technical analysis works?
Oh,
crazy.
100%.
Imagine that.
I wouldn't trade without it.
Well, good thing is we do more than just technical analysis over here. We do DD as well, so we get the due diligence and the TA, so we get it all covered.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent some real nice messages to Gary Gensler earlier today. Let me see if I can pull that up here. As soon as I find it. There it is.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know technical analysis or is interested in learning technical analysis, there's a lot of places to go. I mean, Froggy and I both, Froggy teaches one way, I teach another way. AJ teaches another way. There's a lot of different ways with technical analysis, and they all pretty much work, right? It's a common, a common thing that's used across the market. You could Google whether technical analysis works or not. It's right on Google. I might even read what it says, because it's very important that people understand that technical analysis actually works, because it's going to help when the stock price starts running up.
Now, in my opinion, due diligence will get you dates on when things will happen. And technical analysis can get you there too, because everything reacts off the news. So you kind of got to have both. You technically can't use technical analysis to figure out when a squeeze is going to happen. You have to base it off of due diligence. But when the squeeze starts happening, you have to use technical analysis, because due diligence ain't going to get you anywhere at all in a squeeze. So you got to have both. And if you can't do both, then, I mean, it's always, I don't want to say you should learn, but it's definitely something you want to learn. Hedgie, floor is yours, man. I see you came up with the speaker.
Oh, I didn't mean to touch the speaker, but hey guys, hey Diva, and Froggy, please. And I stress this out all the time to other people. I've been looking for your room since 3:48. Nothing. I can't find nothing. I'm messaging people, send me the link to Froggy's room. I looked on your timeline. It's not on your timeline. Please, people, please retweet the room the second you get in. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Because that's the only way I see these rooms. I don't see them any other way. Please. How you doing, Froggy?
Oh, pretty good.
We got you, Hedge. I told Mike to put it out there because I know you didn't see it, but we got you. I don't know what's going on, so it keeps kicking me out, but we got you, the Hedge.
All right. Thank you.
I'm
sorry. I just want to see that. Every time I come in, I'm looking for it for 10, 15 minutes, brother. It's so annoying. I was about to stop, and then somebody sent me the link.
Yeah, I just put it on Twitter right now.
That's all you have to do. Just look, as soon as you get in, hit that tweet button. That's it. That's all it takes. That's it. And then it's not a problem anymore. I'll see it either way. I'll see it from somebody. Because I'm not getting it. When you go on, I don't get it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get it. That's all. You'll get a bigger audience. I promise you. Just retweet it.
I've been shadow banned for a minute there. I'm not even sure what I was talking about that angered the Twitter gods, but
he may be right, Jim, because if he's not getting it, and other people are not getting that, may be why somebody hasn't came in here yet. Who's supposed to come in here? So did you put up there so I can retweet it as well? Thank you.
It's frustrating when you're looking. It's frustrating, and then you go to your page. There's nothing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's get the message out. The moment you open, just send it out.
Yeah, I'll make sure I start posting that back out too. Just because I know as of recent, for whatever reason, I'm shadow banned again, and it's been like that for a couple of weeks. And like I said, I don't know what I did to make Twitter mad. Maybe I said, "Yay, Elon, good job for buying Twitter," and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna stop him."
I'll make sure I send it out too, as well. I'll find out how to do it. But back to the subject real quick. I don't mean to cut anybody off, but so I did a quick Google search. I just want everybody to see this. In the Google search says, does technical analysis work? And the first thing that pops up here is this. It says, yes, technical analysis works, and it can give you an edge in the markets. However, technical analysis alone is not enough to become a profitable trader. You must have a trading strategy with an edge. So there's that. And debunking 8 myths about technical analysis and all that stuff. So I encourage people who think it doesn't work to go out and actually take a look at it. It does work, and I use it every day.
Just noticed something else too. What's the odds? That Citadel Securities message went out at 9:55. Guess what time the stock started ripping? At 5 after 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I wonder why the tweet was deleted, Froggy.
Well, I'm taking that back down real quick. I'm going to reword it if I can figure out how to do. Oh, we've got an undo button. Oh, sweet.
Where's Gary? Where's Gary Gensler?
Yeah, where's my Gary at? Is he over here as Gary, or did he go back as what's her name? Because usually when Boss Blunts is on, he goes over as Janet Yellen.
I got a question for you, Gary Gensler. Where are you? I'm wondering if you got your glasses on today and can't see a goddamn thing. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have said that. Miss Harris, I truly apologize for that.
That's kind of interesting. I just spotted that. Leave it to me to go find all the weird stuff that happens.
No, I'm glad you noticed that. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're thinking like, should I have removed that timestamp off there? It's like, no, I kind of want people to know that this is off the Twitter app. and there's a date and time for it. I kind of want all the information on there. And then I'm sitting there thinking, like, wait, what time did we run up? It's like, wow, 10 minutes later. Not suspicious at all.
No. That's not market manipulation.
No.
No.
If you put enough money in that coffee cup, nothing gets seen.
Exactly.
Gary Gensler turns into Stevie Wonder just by a little tip in the coffee cup. Can't see.
What's Hood doing?
Hopefully burning up here. What?
Oh my God, really?
Well, that's not good. Well, Hood's up in the after hours for some reason. Went from 856 to 965. So I think I'll be putting puts on that one maybe tomorrow. I would short it, but I don't want to get stuck in one of the infinity losses things like the market maker got himself into. It went right up to that line that I drew from way over here. You see that? That line's from a long time ago. Long time ago. It went up, touched that line, and just shot right back down. Strange. Well, it won't stay there. People have to actually like the product in order for it to grow. Maybe if it gets cheap enough, maybe after the squeeze, enough of us can get together and pitch in and buy ourselves a Robinhood and restructure it. Make it to where it's, instead of it like a DRS, we just count the shares and tell people how many are actually owned by the retail. It doesn't have to be some official number. Robinhood could release the information and tell people how many shares are owned over there, but they want to be secret. So maybe if this one crashes, maybe a group of us can go buy it for like $1 billion or less. I don't think they're going to make it through the squeeze. I think when time comes to cover all them like fake shares that they've put out there, they'll be blown up. If you see a comment in chat, just read it off.
No, I don't want to read that one off. I just wanted you to see it. That's all.
I got a ways to go before I get down there.
Oh, well, you'll see it. I will read some comments off, though.
Number letter says, how come AMC doesn't do a reverse split forcing the share count? I'm not sure if that's exactly how that works or not. If there would actually be a share count on a reverse split. I'm not really a fan of reverse splits anyways, because I don't really think that brings benefit. I think if anything, a form of a dividend or something else is actually more beneficial. But I think we've been in the game long enough that it almost doesn't matter at this point. I think no matter which way we look at it, the second half this year is going to be really hot for AMC.
Highway Frog says, did I hear you say Hood is in the same ETF as AMC, GME, and other? And
yeah.
The answer is yeah, in the meme stock ETF. MEME is the ticker. Roundtable is the company managing the ETF. So you can go take a look at that.
Yeah, and the weird one is like after I figured out that Twitter looks like a squeeze play, it's in there too, which I thought was kind of weird. It is definitely not a meme stock.
Yeah, it's in there. It's crazy. some of the stuff that's going on in the market just makes me shake my head. Like, they can't think that we're that stupid.
Gary Gensler had maybe I should pull up his goofy video thing that he put out today. Remember yesterday I put up that Fed document that was talking about things with the market and stuff like that. Didn't I give you a copy of that?
Me?
Yeah.
What did you ask me?
I gave you like a Fed document yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I have that right here. You want it?
Did you read any of that?
I read parts of it with you guys. I didn't read the whole thing now.
Okay, so the weird thing about that was that financial stability report, it came out on the 9th. Gary came out today talking about stuff that was basically directly inside that report. And that report, in my opinion, looked like basically evidence for a criminal trial because they were admitting to all the shenanigans that were going on, but they worded it in a way that made it sound kind of downplayed. I'll actually put a link to this in chat here so you guys can go and check this out. This is the Fed report, the financial stability report. And as I started reading through it, once you understand enough of the market mechanics and stuff that goes on, it's almost like they know all the problems and they're cool with it. So they just kind of sweep it underneath the rug.
Yeah, like nothing to see here, folks. Keep moving.
It makes me wonder if the Fed is actually the one barking up the orders that the SEC is following and everybody else is following.
It's I don't know. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, I asked him a couple. I always comment on Gary Gensler's stuff. Can't help it. He's always putting out stuff that don't make any sense. Talking about climate change. I'm like, dude, you're the SEC. Since when did you have to regulate or pay attention to the climate change? You know what I mean? Like, I thought you're supposed to handle securities.
Yeah, they try to involve themselves. They won't involve themselves when it really matters, when it protects retail investors, but they try to involve themselves in a whole bunch of other things that they have no business involving themselves in. It's kind of crazy and comical at the same time.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Maybe you guys can hear it. I just want you to hear Gary Gensler flapping his gums about whatever this is. As soon as I can figure out how to find it. Okay, let me see if you guys can hear this.
The stock price a shareholder might decide.
All right, let me know if you let me know if you can hear this.
Yeah,
how do investors determine the value of a stock? And what does that have to do with the SEC's climate-related disclosure proposal? When you as an investor are making an investment decision, or when an analyst is analyzing a stock, they might build a model about the company's future and do some math to come up with a value. If that value is higher than the stock price, a shareholder might decide to buy more shares. If it's lower, of course, she might sell. A lot of factors go into this economic analysis. In addition to historical information.
See, this is the weird part because this is the exact stuff that was said right in that Fed document, talking about stocks are priced off of historical information. They should actually be based off of supply and demand in the actual market, not historic numbers that they want you to like pin the stock to. But this goofball, he's making it sound like historical information is important, and to a certain point. But when a company has positive earnings, the stock should go up, not down, based upon historical information.
Investors want to assess potential risk and opportunity.
He says they want to assess potential risk and opportunity? The risk in the market is basically letting the SEC protect us from anything because they're going to let manipulation go on. And you can't factor that in there. Who knew the SEC wasn't working for us?
The future. And risk, by its definition, often involve events that have not yet occurred. Is the market in which the company operates going to grow or shrink?
See, they want you to factor that in, but it doesn't really matter, because when the shorts are attacking it, it goes wherever they want it to go. And so they're telling you to factor in all this stuff to figure out your investment, but the markets don't move that way. It's based upon a price that they want to pin the price to, and then they figure it out based upon where the puts and calls are, and it has nothing to do with the true company's value. Right now, AMC is worth $13.25 based upon assets minus debt plus Adam Aaron's war chest. With no earnings, it should be worth $13.25 a share. We're not trading at that. Now, how is it possible the company is selling for less than it's actually worth? Only in today's market.
Let me bring back my statement real quick. Let me bring back my statement. This is exactly pointing out what I always say about the stock market is the 1%'s piggy bank.
Yeah.
That's really ultimately what we're talking about here.
See, everything around us, we have constitutional rights and stuff like that. We can always say, like, this is built by us for us. The stock market isn't built by us for us. It's built by them for them. So you got to remember, when we go into their world, they have home field advantage. And so we technically don't have any rights, and everything is built against us. And we're starting to learn that the hard way, that the whole market should probably be torn down and rebuilt by the people for the people.
These revenues and costs, what are its competitors up to? What about the supply chain? What about new technology?
Now, speaking of supply chain, since he's Mr. Gary Gensler from Goldman Sachs, one thing that Goldman Sachs is very notorious for is supply chain delays. So even if you figure out supply chains, and if you notice the prices of almost everything is going up because everything is delayed, which anymore it's starting to seem like they're scalping or they're intentionally delaying products to come to market. They create supply chain delays, and a lot of other businesses are now using that as a common practice, it seems like.
Or other resources the company relies upon. In other words, what overall environment are these companies operating in? By environment, I mean a broad swath of things, like borrowing costs and over-economic growth. Increasingly, though, investors are making decisions based upon the risk and opportunities presented by another kind of environment, the climate and climate risk.
Yeah, because climate is important. Like, I guess cow farts actually make a difference in our stock investments. I mean, this guy is so, like, such a lunatic in what he's saying here. It doesn't make any sense. And the weird part is some of this stuff is even factored into the Federal Reserve's financial stability report, which is just crazy. I'm surprised he didn't say Russia and Ukraine. Try to find the one page that has it in here, because they got an explanation page of all these 5 things which is causing instability in the market. They already have the excuses drawn out, but for some reason he thinks that climate change actually, or climate risk actually, makes a difference on your stock. It's crazy.
Many investors today are thinking about and getting into issues around a company's climate risk, and in particular,
I'm pretty sure it's not ever been one thing I've ever factored in. It was like, wait a second, what's their footprint, their carbon footprint? I look at price, timing, news. Climate has never been factored in my investing strategy ever. And this goofball is over there telling people that it's one way to trick people into thinking you should be factoring in climate risk. Because if somebody didn't know how to trade and they watched this and actually believed things that he said, they'd be like, maybe I should be paying attention to climate risk. And then, it's almost like following Jim Cramer. You'll end up failing some more, overthinking something and just being wrong.
The transition risk to things that may happen in the future in our economy, like evolving customer preferences, regulatory changes that might be on the horizon, changes in supply chains and the competitive landscape related to climate risk. Today, climate-related factors and risks can affect a company's bottom line and its future, and therefore investors.
The only thing that I see that affects AMC's bottom line and future is the SEC not doing their job. So, I mean, that's a tough one to factor in. I've traded stocks for a long time. I never thought the SEC would basically allow what's going on go on. But we know he's not in there for taking care of manipulation. He's good with cryptocurrency, and everybody knows that U.S. crypto dollar is being ushered in. Wonder who's going to be taking care of that one when it goes live. So it's just kind of obvious what's going on. Like I said, he was put in there not to fix the market. He was put in there to make sure that dollar goes in there live. So you know it's coming. It's just a matter of when and how are they going to use it? What is it used for? And how bad is the market going to be when they try to adopt it? Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of Gensler or the Sachs company at all either. Know way too much about them. It doesn't look like we're moving anywhere in the after hours, so we're kind of stuck there. Let me see if we got any more questions. Do you think AMC will do $1.3 billion this quarter? Looking at the box office numbers through 40 days this quarter, we're going to have some good quarters. I bet you the next 2 quarters are all over $1 billion. So I'm not sure how far past it, but my guess is we're going to be strong. That's for sure. Blaker Family Firearms says, what needs to happen before it runs? Well, a couple different things. There's so many different catalysts that we're waiting for to see what's going to happen. I got a whole bunch of dates marked down on the calendar. I'm trying to figure out which one's going to be the day that they're going to start trying to get out of their short position. At some point, they're going to want to close those out. And if they don't, it's just going to hurt them more. Because as the company continues to grow and add on assets, add in money to their war chest, I mean, as everything keeps growing, that's more guaranteed pain. And as the stock stays in the media spotlight, that brings in more new investors. And the longer it goes on, that brings in more new money. So they can't win. They're trapped and they have one option. They have to leave. And that's where the payday comes in. So to me, it's if you miss the Tesla squeeze, this one's going to be just as important because it's the same thing, but I think this is worse. I'm not going to say it's going to get up there and stay up there like Tesla has and stay at like $600 billion, but it might go up to a couple trillion or whatever and come back down and go back to a true price. Elon was pretty smart when he did everything he did. He raised capital on the run up. That was brilliant. Because then he took that money and he put it into his war chest so he could build gigafactories. And then that allowed him to expand, grow. He had extra machines. So he just kind of split his inventory of machines, put one in one building, kept one over here. I think China was like a new model where he did some strange assembly line kind of thing, but I think he used a conveyor system or something. It's more efficient. So all of his new gigafactories will go to the new model. So, and everything's vertically integrated. So it was like brilliant. Where this stock's a little bit different. I mean, you still got the short damage that's in here. So, I mean, we get paid from that. Even though Tesla's like 50% return per year, which is amazing. AMC is at least going to be doing positive returns, I think, after the turn of the year. Because once they pay off all those previous mortgages that they have on their debt, that frees up a lot of money per month. And that's allowed to go into earnings, and it'll boost us up and it'll make us more profitable. So the winning is coming. It's just a matter of when the shorts are going to give up.
I see Devlin is in here joining us. Devlin is in here joining us. Thank you for coming in, Devlin.
Welcome. I hope Adam Aaron sells some shorts like Elon did. That's one thing that I should send him a message and see if he'll read it. We need AMC shorts.
I think Adam Aaron should do a TikTok video burning shorts.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Setting some shorts on fire.
You can go ahead and speak if you wish, Devlin.
Hey, what's up, Diva? What's up, Froggy? Thanks for having me. Yeah, I just wanted to pop up and say hi to everybody, spread some positivity. I'm kind of busy right now, so I'm going to hop down a listener. But yeah, love you guys. Love the APE community. Stay positive. Green Day, amazing. Dominoes are falling. You know, we're fucking holding the line. Positive vibes only, all right? Love you all. Have a great evening. Have a great afternoon. AMC to the moon. GME to the moon. BBIG to the moon. HYMC to the moon. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I see it the same exact way. Like, I'm hoping that all these stocks squeeze because all the people that are in each play, I want to see everybody get rich off of it. I mean, what's Sundial trading at? Last I knew, that was getting smashed.
Yeah.
It's still at 37 cents. That's a shame.
It is. I think it's a very profitable company, and they're getting taken advantage of like many other stocks in the market. You know, but they're gonna. I don't know. Maybe they won't, but I don't know for certain. But I would say reverse split is probably coming.
Oh yeah. Well, they got earnings. Looks like it's today or something. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's messed up or what that is. Let me pull up Hood. Hopefully it's not. Oh, and it is moving up too. That's not cool. I have no idea why it's going up. Maybe let me check the news and see if we got anything there. Hood's going to be taken over? It's seeking alpha, so I don't know if I can trust even that, but
Who's taking them over?
I'm not sure. I'm not signed into Seeking Alpha, so I don't really know. Maybe it's on Bloomberg.
It could be, yeah.
There's a ton of stuff on Bloomberg. Holy cow.
I bet you get
They
all
put out a
that.
new article like every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not stop. I bet you get all that on Bloomberg Terminal too.
That's nutty. Since I came on live, I just spent all that time scrolling up from where I opened it up from earlier. That's nuts. Well, according to the one article, it looked like it said Robinhood's going to be worth 15 due to takeover. I couldn't read the article, but it is Seeking Alpha, so I don't know if that's anything good, but that's 6 hours old. There's something new here. It says Robinhood jumps on new 13D filing from NASDAQ. Soared 13% in the after hours trading business, affiliated with the owner of FTX crypto exchange, reporting probably a 7.6% ownership stake is what he's probably saying. Awful weird.
McGinsla.
Let me scroll down through these comments here real quick and see what I missed.
Attention.
Oh, is he here?
No. No, just being goofy, dude. You know, just being me, man. Jay Carr says, good video last night, fellas. I'm glad you liked it. Misty Shaw's a good person. I think she's got a lot of experience, and I think she'd be a good fit, you know. Just my thoughts.
Dr. Zeno says squeeze specialist tools don't work. I sold them at the garage sale for $2. Whole box of the things. We do got to still come out and do a final wrap up of that and get that closed out. There's only one thing left to do, and that's talk about the MS config option to go and remove the last piece of it from your startup, and that's pretty much it.
Doc Zeno puts out good comments all the time, funny ones. I like them. Good job, Doc Zeno.
Always honest and right on the point there. So, oh yeah, that Luna crypto play. Let's pull that one up. Talk about some crazy.
That's terrible.
Now I'm not exactly sure what caused. What the heck is it? It's so messed up that it's like way down here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get him a better time frame.
Ouch.
Yeah. So it was trading up here at like 89, then all of a sudden just straight hosed. Now it's trading at 3 pennies. So that's worse than a rug pull. It's either legal robbery or that's criminal activity, one of the two. Yeah, down another 97% today. That's just... Don't know exactly what happened to cause that, but that's not good either which way. If we got any news on it.
I watched Trey's video on it last night. It was rather interesting.
He broke it down.
Yeah, he went over it. He thinks it's rather disgusting too. Criminal.
Well, because it's like that Squid coin did the same exact kind of thing, but this is supposed to be a stable coin. And the thing is the way I see it, like a lot of people like to get in these little no-name, like basically crappy altcoins because they're waiting for them to run up so they can make money. But then if you get rug pulled like what happened here, I mean, you're a guaranteed bag holder, and you want to get into something that you know is useful, usable, it's been adopted, and stuff like that. I've never heard of Luna. It's kind of ironic that Lou, the cat that came up missing, was named Luna. So I didn't know if that had just coincidental luck that those are the same name. But I typically stay away from cryptos that don't have a use. Like, they can claim that it's going to change the world, but I'd never invest in a hopium. I mean, I did invest in the loop ring, but I thought loop ring was actually going to be something that was being used by GME. There was a pairing of the two where they were supposed to be working together or something. But other than that, I still like Bitcoin. I think I'm starting to like Dogecoin a little bit more than SHIB. And I was in Theta just because that was like a special market kind of stuff. But it doesn't hurt to buy them when they're young. Let them go up and get out of them and go back to a main currency. Like Binance. I like Binance token because it's currently being used in the Binance market.
I mean, I'm not a fan of crypto. I try not to mess around with it too much. I'll stick to the market, you know. Just my cup of tea, I guess. I don't like to invest in stuff I don't really have anything that's really supporting it, right? There's no company behind it or nothing. Just my opinion.
Yeah, if Bitcoin keeps coming down, it might be a good one to buy for long term. Just because, like, I can't believe it's under 30,000. But I did kind of predict that if the market did crash, it was going back down to 20. And I think I was just being kind of hopeful on that so I can get more of it at that price. But, I mean, we're getting a little close here. And we're at 28,000. I didn't think we would hit 30. And the bottom hasn't been found yet. So is it possible? 100%. Once it crossed underneath this line right here, I knew it was heading down. The problem is I don't know how far down it can go. I mean, you had a support here. It's blown out. You got a number down here. I'm not sure if you can count this one at 27. It already fell underneath that. I mean, I don't even know if support lines are still honored the same way, but it does look like going under 20 is a possibility. So just have to wait and see. It's not going down as fast as it was before, but still, it's down to 25,000 at one point. That's insane. Totally nuts. Yeah, how do you get them blue check marks? Is that just from paying for blue?
I think you got to be a you have to have a certain amount of followers and all this stuff.
Celebrity. So-called celebrity.
I want a blue check mark just so I can be verified.
You need to get like a good size following, and then you can apply for it. I read about it. It's not impossible for you to get it. You could get it. You just you need a bigger following, I think. You have to be some sort of a creator, and whether it's movies or music or YouTube personality, whatever it is. You just got to have a good sized following and prove all this stuff, and it's interesting.
Doc Zeno says that Citadel tweet was photoshopped. It was a fake account. But the odd thing about it is it came out at 9:55 and the stock ripped 10 minutes later. So that was the odd part about that.
Mike, who does the AMC Ideas with Eric's family, he was asking you a question if you didn't mind pinning something up. I told him that we always shout out Eric's family and the AMC Ideas at the end of closing. So he said, that's good. We appreciate that. He's in the chat talking. He's usually up in the space call, but he's in the chat today talking. So just want you to see that. So when you get to it, I already advised him of it.
Okay.
Any Spence today?
No, I haven't seen him yet. He might show up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. He's been quiet for a day.
I wanted some input on HYMC.
I'm hearing that I got to turn down the audio on the speaker. I guess it's kind of loud for, I think, people on YouTube. So I'm going to try to dial that in a little bit more.
That was a shield. That was 3 shields in there that said that.
Oh.
That's why Jay had to come in and flex his muscles.
What are you taking through the chat, bud?
Yeah, I'm reading through here, trying to get caught up. Like, I'm pretty far behind here.
Yeah.
You can grab a couple. That'd be awesome.
We got a full-blown conversation going in the chat. I can't grab those. I'm looking, though.
Actually, I spoke to Froggy about that last night. So just hold tight on that one. Just hold tight on that one. I'll let you know. I forgot what he said. So just hold tight on that one about the rocket. Just hold tight on that, please.
So I got a question for the community, and you guys can put it in the chat if you'd like. I'm curious on what you all think of Misty Shaw running to get on the board. C. Hill says BBIG jumping up.
Let me pull that one up here. It's moving.
Interesting.
It's way up here now. Oh, here's a good question by Ron. It says, hey, Froggy, should I get out of Robinhood and go to a different broker? I mean, I'd advise yes on that one, but I mean, that's what most of us did. I mean, I have multiple accounts at this point. I mean, obviously, like I was in Robinhood at one point, and then I went back to E-Trade, which is the one I don't like, but I already had the account, so I wanted to get out of Robinhood there. And then I also opened up the Fidelity one, and that's where I transferred my main shares, and I just parked them over there. And so it should be safer there, in my opinion, because they have a lot more money. Robinhood's kind of broke. I mean, they're not worth that much, and they couldn't cover $3 billion. If Fidelity ever got asked to hand out $30 billion, they'd easily be able to drop that. So it's a safer place, I think. Yeah, what was our volume for the day on AMC? We ended up hitting 104 million, so we're doing good on the volume.
Are we going to keep it up? As long as the volume keeps increasing, we'll be doing good.
Yep. Any updates on what's happening with the RICO investigation? Yeah, that would be kind of nice if something actually came out of that.
That after the squeeze, I'm sorry. I'm just making a joke. I'm sorry.
What's that? Yucca. Climate change is symbolic of retail. I had a feeling that's what climate change was it had nothing to do with actual climate. The government, like all these little agencies, they're good at double speak, and that's what they're doing. Is it means something? We just don't know what it exactly means. They do a lot of that. Here's Rob says, today we learned something. It's a $10 mark for AMC as a benchmark or the bottom. My thoughts on a $10 mark is once it goes underneath 10, it changes the collateral requirement for AMC. So I'm thinking that's why there was like a stone wall at the 10.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed to talk about. I think it would have to close under 10 now, right? Just because it bounces under doesn't mean anything. But if they close it under 10 or, under 7 or 5, their collateral is going to change.
Yep. And they held it down there for a minute, and then all of a sudden, it's like somebody was like, oh, no, we're not dealing with that, and they shot it up.
Which is interesting. It makes you think. We're going to see some interesting stuff. I'm not saying that they won't put it under 10, but it's interesting. They could put it wherever they want. I came to that realization after they broke 290 level.
Says, do you think the volume will continue? Let's hope, because if we can stay above 100 million volume per day, I mean, we're going to see some positive movements eventually. I wouldn't think that the sellers are going to overrun us under high volume. I have a feeling if the volume gets up there to like 350 million to 500 million, we'll probably break the algo. That's usually what happens. It only trades so many, I think, at a time before it starts acting more normal instead of manipulating. So waiting for the volume to pop up there like a big spike. Stock called Ride, which is Lordstown Motors, up 44 or 47%. Same time frame, about 10 o'clock, it ran up. It stayed there. That's pretty crazy. Hood's up 22. Oh, I hope not. Ew.
Oh, wow.
That's definitely not what I wanted to see.
Hello, Kathy Ann. How are you?
Hood bait, pretty much. We'll add the AMC branded shorts to the AMC idea spreadsheet. 3 starts next week. I like that idea. It'd be so cool. AMC shorts for sale.
Shorts. Like the ones from the 70s, right?
Extra short.
We'll bring them back in this style. Fashion statement.
Yeah, FTX bought it in the hood. That's what that article was stating, but I wasn't able to read into it.
Number letters is asking questions. Who wears short shorts? No. Who wore short shorts? My bad. He must be talking past tense when we were kids. Depends on what area you grew up in, I think. Remember the tube socks that went up to your knee with the two colored lines on them?
Yeah.
What's that movie? What is his name? Napoleon Dynamite. You don't act like you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Nope, it's all you, man. We're not that old.
Yeah. Okay. How old do you guys think I am?
I see our good friend Ape versus Wall Street is in the chat. Jeremy, Ape versus Wall Street is in the chat.
Hey, what's going on, Apes vs. Wall Street? I did send you a link earlier today. I was hoping you would have came on. I just wanted to make sure I got it sent out to you.
Big Ad says, when we get him back to the 20s? That's a good question.
Hopefully soon.
Actually, I didn't. Let me check something real quick. Go ahead.
I like the number just because I can buy a lot more shares, but I think I'd rather be at the 20s so I can go back to being profitable again.
The 200 on the daily is sitting at 23.13, and it's still coming down. It's going to take a little time, but it's dropping and dropping and dropping.
BlackBerry up almost 5%. Bed Bath & Beyond up almost 2%. Centro, which is Naked Brands, it's up 3.4%. Actually, I forgot about DWAC.
The Naked Brands, they're the ones that make those energy bars, right?
No.
Oh. Well, those Naked energy bars are good anyway. I like those.
TLRY's up 9.3%, which is good. BNGO's up 15%. Clove up 7.5%. Pixie up 8.6%. LMND up 7.5%. Fun PHUN up 10.7%. Oxy down 1.4%.
BBIG just ripped again.
Oh yeah, it's definitely popping. Up 11.4% in the after hours. Why can't we get a move like that?
Hello, everyone is in the space call. Do you mind, if you haven't already liked and subscribed down to the YouTube stream, please jump down there and like and subscribe to Mediocre Trader's channel, Froggystyles channel, and Ape vs. Wall Street. We do appreciate you guys, but everyone who's in the live stream, if you haven't done it as well, please like and subscribe all channels and all the partners. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we got BBIG moving up, so we'll keep an eye on that one too.
Ape versus Wall Street, you coming in here or what's up, buddy?
All right, we're caught up on that.
I'm just looking through the chat.
I want to say thank you to the head. He's really I'm sorry, head. If I'm out of line, say I'm out of line. He's really trying to get people more. He was really hustling to get people in here. He was telling me, and the DM, he wants us to keep getting retweeted, so he can get people in here. He's telling me that, so appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Hedge.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure I post a link for Space Call so you guys can find it on the page. Looks like it was short attack. This is that ride, Lordstown Motors. You can see right here there was a short attack that happened, and then they put the money right back in right after. Just weird patterns. Another short attack way back here. Attack back here. Unusual activity. That's not a normal pattern with cash flow.
You got it, Apes. No problem, buddy.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're waiting for Friday the 13th to roll around so we can deal with Max Payne. I mean, everything good for a decent little bounce going into Friday. So we got a buy check mark going into the after hours. So it's considered to be oversold right now, and it's already trading at 11.10. So I'm thinking for sure it's going to go popping back up here. Probably 11.25 by morning, and it'll probably stay there for most of the day. That's my thoughts. If you guys could please hit that like button in chat. I'd appreciate that.
Okay, I gotta say this. Jay Portuguese coached X how to become a member on the iPhone because it was hard to do. So those that have that problem, they keep dealing with me yesterday, says I still can't get in. Go over to the Mediocre Traders channel. Jay Portuguese is gonna coach you how to get in on your iPhone. He has no problem with that. He will coach you how to get in. Sorry, Froggy.
Yeah, that's cool. Mediocre Trader, did you want to discuss the technical analysis due diligence conversation we were having earlier?
Sure. I mean, I think both are important. I mean, for me, I would never trade in the market without technical analysis or doing my own due diligence. I think it's very important that you do research on stocks or positions you're thinking about entering, and finding proper entry and exit points. I think that's all very important stuff. I mean, just look at Froggy's chart right there. I know there's stuff on it. It's there for a reason. It's just not a plain chart. I just think that there's a lot of indicators in the market that will help you be a better trader if you know how to use indicators and technical analysis. And I think that the community should kind of learn stuff like that, so that when the MOAF happens or whatever, at least you could be able to look at a chart and kind of see what's happening and know what's going to happen. You won't 100% know, but you'll have an idea based off of, indicators and such, just in, due diligence, if you get news, for example, news is due diligence that, you know, Adameron, for just an example, I'm making this up. I'm just using it as an example, so please don't take this wrong. But Adameron sells shares and I don't know, does this or closes movie theaters for an example, right? Then the stock price is probably going to go down due to that information. My point to the whole thing is it takes both due diligence, information, and technical analysis to be a good trader. What do you think?
Yeah, like the debate coming back up again, which I think is kind of silly, on whether DD is better than technical analysis. And I've mentioned this before. You need to be able to do both. You can't just do technical analysis and that's it. You kind of need to pay attention to the news too, because like it never hurts to have too many skills, and being able to do both is important. So that's one thing that we spend time on, is looking at information that's coming in. We do technical analysis first because like we can see a lot of things coming. Like Max Payne is basically technical analysis. Now, depending on how you look at it, you can call it DD as well. I mean, depending on which way you want to look at it. But we're not doing going to a site and having somebody just give us the number. Like if you look at Max Payne over here, as soon as I find it, and I'll pull up AMC real quick. Yeah. You can type in and look for Max Payne, and it'll give you this random generic number right here every time. It'll just tell you 12. And if you work to 12, you're always going to be wrong because it's not the true number. So what you do is you just look at the options. Follow the money. You can see here the puts are sitting right here. Calls are sitting here. And if you were a market maker, where would you cut it to hurt both of them the most? And it's right between the two. And that's all the market maker does, and that's how they make money. It has nothing to do with supply and demand and all that other stuff that we've been taught forever. It has everything to do with put money, call money, and where they can basically draw the line to rip off both sides.
Exactly.
So
they want to make the most amount of money they can make, right?
When we say follow the line, follow that Max Payne line, because if you can see that, you can see where the stock is going to go. That thing is the line. The stock moves like a predator. It moves between, like, okay, as you've seen today, the stock price shot up because first thing this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the market makers set a really nice bear trap where they drove the price down and they tricked people into thinking it was just, bottomed out, that kind of stuff. And a lot of people bought puts thinking it was going to keep going. And that's the trick. They trick you in. They get you set up on buying puts. I'm not sure who would want to buy puts on AMC. It's not a very smart thing to do, but you can see people are still doing it. Then they drove the price up 30%, and they tricked a whole bunch of people into buying calls. Ton. Mm-hmm. So then all they do is they pull back, split the difference between the two, and suck in all that money. So they create this volatility that you think is actually real. But as you can tell, we have endless, steady buying pressure. So
they do it every week. It's not like they do it once. It's every week they do this.
It's the same pattern. And so we have steady buying pressure, lots of it, every week. So the price should steadily keep rising, but it's not. There's always this cycle every single week. There's always a bear trap, bull trap, bear trap, bull trap. And it's like, they're creating this simulation of stock movement, and it chases the money. It doesn't chase the supply and demand. It chases the money. That's it. Because you're sitting there thinking, like, how's the market maker actually making money? Selling premium. If you buy calls, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you buy any of those calls, this market maker will know where you're sitting in your position. It goes up on a graph, and then their algorithm says, we don't want those to go into money, So we're going to stop short. So then all of those options go to zero. Or you can sit there and just keep decaying and making no money, and then they'll just suck money out of you one way or another. When they sell you them calls, they receive your premium. So when you lose money, the market maker gets it. Now, same thing with puts. And like I said, they head one way or the other on Monday, Tuesday. And they'll either set a bear trap first thing or a bull trap first thing, and then they counter that for the second half of the week. Friday's always max pain because that's where you guarantee to lock in the money. When you buy them call options, we'll say you spent, I don't know, like $1,000 for 10 contracts. Well, what the market maker probably does with that money, I'm just assuming, they go and they put a bunch of shorts right at your strike so you can't go into money and make that extra money. And so if you look in the order book and you see these massive buy walls and sell walls, those buy walls are preventing the puts from going into money. We think it's some big institution backing us up and they got our back. No, that's the market maker taking that put premium and they're putting buy pressure right there. So then those puts can't go into money, so they don't have to give that money back. So they do the same thing with the calls. They go and they put the short pressure, the selling pressure right at your strike, and then it creates a sell wall. And so when the price is trying to come up, it gets rejected there over and over and over. And that's it. That's the mechanic of the market. That is not free, fair. It's not natural. It obviously everything is being inverted, and they're using our money against us is all they're doing. So that's why we say max pain's a really good thing to figure out. I did make videos on how to figure out max pain, and you want to check it usually a couple times throughout the day so you can see where the stock price is going to go. They'll go down and they'll tease these puts. You see there's $11 strike puts. They'll drop the price down to like $10.50, and then they'll trick people into buying 10s and 9.50s and 9s. Then they snap it back right into max pain like they did today. And then they end up shooting it up 30%. So they got people to buy 12, 13, 14, 15. So people are all freaking out thinking, oh, here we go. We're going. Buy them calls. And then people don't buy, like they're buying YOLOs. And then the thing snaps back down and everybody's like, well, what happened? It's the same trick every week. What's going to happen when they do it worse and worse? We won't know where max pain is. We'll just see it jump up $5 and come back down $5, and we're like, why did it do that? Because they're tricking people into buying calls. That's all they're doing.
Look at all the calls. Exactly. That's what they did. They tricked everybody today. And look at all the calls in the money versus the puts. It's a crazy amount because they buried the stock price, got everybody to jump in, FOMO in with options, and they pull it back. And they get to keep all that money.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly it. Like, look at it. On the number 12 strike, you got 42,270. That's a lot. On 13, you got 55,800. At 14, you got 28,800. 15, you got 39,000. If that price stays under 12, that market maker will take all of that premium. Now, granted, people are going to get smart and they'll sell and cut their losses at a loss. But, I mean, for some reason, they see it run 30% and they're like, oh, it's going to double top. No, that was a trap. It was designed on purpose. And when they say you can't prove manipulation, yeah, it's kind of hard to prove, but you can clearly see it. I mean, you know what it is. The market ain't going to move 30%, retrace 25%, and then, act like that's a normal pattern. That's clearly somebody playing with the market, which is the market maker. They have the power to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I don't know. I mean, I do TA every day. Sometimes I stay up late and do TA, and I always learn. Even today, I learn every single day. I learn new stuff. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for 3.5 years or so. I'm not sure the exact date I started because I never really thought that would matter, but it was 3 years ago or more. And I don't know. I learn stuff every day still. There's different techniques and different strategies. Like Froggy and I don't trade the same strategy, but we do the same basic technical analysis, right? And it is what it is. There's many ways to do things, and I personally wouldn't trade without technical analysis or doing my due diligence. That's all I'm trying to say. I believe you need both.
Now, am I seeing this right? I'm looking at the MACD. It trades on a 1226. Is that what it's saying here? Are you seeing that too?
Yeah, I see that on your screen. Now, let me pull up mine and see if I can't look at it. Hold on, give me a second. Studies, edit studies. Yeah, mine's.
I do have a question to ask you while we're waiting on the mediocre Froggy. I was in a space call earlier with the hedge, and it was 2,111 of in the space call. And I'm trying to, but I always get up there and I always speak, I always promote you when I go on the space call. I'm trying to understand how can you connect, how am I trying to say this? Okay, they're like NFTs. How can you bring NFTs and stocks together? Do you know how to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Bring what and what?
Okay. Carla was in the NFTs.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, NFTs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you specialize in stocks. They specialize in NFTs. How can you bring that together as one? Are you able to? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Probably not, huh?
An NFT it's like its own special niche. I'm not sure how you value those or if they actually have a way to search for anything like that. They might know that stuff, but I think they're two totally different things.
No, what I'm asking is how can I get you? Okay. First is that they want you to talk about stocks, and they talk about their NFTs. How can you bring it together where it's a stock? Would it be a stock NFT conversation, interview, or would it just be a stock? Well, how would you do that?
I'm not sure. I need more time to think about it because I haven't even thought about it yet.
Okay.
All right, so Froggy, I got the fast length is 12, the slow length is 26, and MACD length is 9.
That's what I got too.
They're the same.
So it's not quite a 1348. It's a 1226. So it reacts a little bit different, a little quicker, I think. So
yeah. But the 1348 is based off of the MACD. Basically, the algorithm is running on the MACD. It uses the MACD to make moves and stuff when to buy and sell. In my opinion,
let me see if I can change this real quick. Boom, 1348. That's all I did. Change the numbers. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, is it the thing is I'm not sure if it's using. I use exponential, so is it based off of? I'll look at mine. Hang on.
Pull up your 1348 and see if it lines up with the way mine's showing. I'm gonna pull up the 30-minute and see what it looks like on it. Double check, make sure it's still holding the alignment. It is.
Yeah, you're on AMC 30-minute.
Yep.
Here. 1 second.
I wonder if I could change this one down here too.
There you go. I shared it for you. You should be able to see it. Then you can flip back and forth.
So right now you're running almost parallel too. And you can see it's pretty much running parallel to that line, kind of flattening off. Mine's showing it's a little bit above it, but it's still roughly in the right spot.
But all I use it for, honestly, is confirmation, basically, of a move in a specific direction, right? That's really what I use it for. It just confirms that it's going to either move up or flatten out, like it's flat right there. I knew it was going to flatten out when we started losing momentum based off of the 1348 and the MACD rolling over and a bunch of other stuff, right? It's just a way that I trade, the RSI rolling over, the vortex indicator rolling over and coming back. There's a lot of things that I put into the way that I trade that tell me a stock is losing momentum. Also, when my volume bars are starting to fade and stuff like that. There's a lot that I look at. I don't just look at one thing, but the 1348 is easy to train the eye to see that a move is going to go a specific way, or if it's a strong move or a weak move. And that's what I use it for. For example, here, I'll show you what I mean. See this? Hold on, wrong chart. All right, I'm going to... No, that's not going to work there. Let's go back. All right, so the easiest way I could do this is, let me do this. We're going to go to a 5 minute because it crossed in a 5 minute. It didn't cross on that time frame. So it crossed right here this morning at 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock the cross happened. It ran up and it started, they spread apart. The 48th down here, the 13's up here. It spread apart. It's still, even though it ran up and pulled back, it's still a good move. It bounced and ran up here. As soon as this thing started to hook over, you got to get out because you're
10:30.
Yeah. If you're in this trade and you were holding this whole time, even though it pulled back and you were waiting for it to run up, as soon as this thing started to hook over and if you look at the MACD, it crossed back here, right? Heading to the downside. And your RSI was over right here. Your RSI was overbought, and it's coming back, so it's pointing down. And down here, you can see that you were wide on your vortex indicator, then it got narrow, and then look, it started getting narrower right here, right in this little down thing. Your vortex indicator started coming together, and your buying pressure on your vortex indicator was climbing it. So you're pinching off here, and you're pinching off here, and that's how I trade.
What's the other one that was mentioned? It was like 921.
921. I have that too. I don't like that one because it's too fast. I don't know. I prefer this one because this is what I prefer. But 921 is let me see if I can't pull that up. Give me a sec. Edit studies. So let's turn the 13 off. Okay. Let's turn off the 48. So I don't have the 9 in here. So let's add the 9. All right.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, all I got to do is just modify my MACD and I can turn it into a 1348.
You can, if you want to do that, but this makes
It's easier.
Exponential.
Instead of working off of a 1226, I can just go to a 1348 if I want it to be like more of a slower, consistent trend.
So turn this to a 9. Let's make this yellow for now. Make this 121. 20. Go with that green for now. No. Hold on. Got my chart all messed up now, messing with this. That's why I do this behind the scenes. Yeah, that's not right. So I don't got the right study for one.
I'd like to make a couple more indicators and stuff, but I think I got everything I need right now. Got the vortex indicator. The MACD is always going to be used. The money, volume, that's pretty much all I need. Bollinger Bands, those are kind of cool too, so you don't really have to figure your movements as much.
Oh, that's why.
Reef Skinner says, do you use the 1348 for stocks or options? Actually, I just use the MACD for pretty much everything. 1348 does work too. So I mean, they're both pretty useful.
There we go. I did have the wrong one. I knew it.
The MACD that I'm using right now is a 1228. I think that's what it was, and I thought it was a 1234, but that 1348 is what a lot of people are hyping up. And like I said, there's still 921 that you can use too. To each their own, based upon what stock they're into. One problem about using all these indicators and stuff, when a stock does squeeze, you won't be able to use some of these things for much of anything. Like the RSI won't be useful for the squeeze. MACD, a little bit. It'll show you where it's moving up and down and stuff like that, but you really want to follow the money.
So on the 920, the cross happened at well, it says 10 a.m. as well.
It diverged, yeah.
So, but the spread is much closer, as you can see. It still does the same thing because you're still going off of the 9. It's just that the 20 it crosses sooner. So you probably got this candle. That's the thing. So you caught it like right here on this MACD before it was even oversold. You caught it on this run up right here because that's where the cross happened. So right down here at the beginning of that, and you caught it pretty much right here when the vortex indicator pointed down and that crossed. I mean, it works. So it nailed the MACD like a home run hit right there this morning. So the 920 does work. It's just faster and it can turn around fast on you, right? Like it could just cross right back over. So that's a possibility. It's risk versus reward, in my opinion. That's why I prefer the 1348 because it gives you a little headroom, right? When it moves up, I'm getting in later, so the move has already happened. It's kind of confirmed that the move is going to continue based on, what the MACD is going to do in the spreading. Just my
Can you
thought.
use 13? Someone's asking, can you use 1348 for stocks and options?
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
I normally play options, but you could use it on stock as well. But the problem with stock is you don't want to, not financial advice, but if you if you use stocks, you're going to sell way too early. You're not going to make a whole lot of profit unless you hold for a longer period of time in a longer run, right? Like the stock has to continue going up. Because if you just go from here to here, what are you gonna? You'll make money, but if you're in a broker where you have to pay for trades, you're not in a payment for order flow broker. You're gonna pay for trades. You know what I mean? You probably break even. I don't know how many shares you're gonna trade per time, but you're gonna put up a lot of money to move that. It's a move. Yeah, you're gonna make money, but I don't know. You got to weigh your pros versus cons, I guess, in my opinion. So I prefer options because of leverage, but I don't trade AMC options. I want to make that clear. So we're just talking about the 1348 right now. Did that answer the question that they asked?
I think so. Do you use 1348 for stocks or options?
Yeah.
It's basically to tell you the direction of the trend, right? Because it works like going down as well, right? If we scroll back here, you had a cross down in the pre-market over here, and the stock went down the whole day. Look at it, until it flattened out in the after hours. You could do this all day. You could go all the way back here. Cross happened right here to the downside. What was that? Tuesday? So it works in both directions. It tells you a trend because you do not want to go against a trend. You're not going to beat the market, right? You're going to have to go with the trend, because if you don't, you're going to lose. If you try to beat the algorithm, and you're going to go opposite the algorithm, they're going to chew you up and spit you out. So that's just my opinion. What do you think, Froggy?
No, you nailed it. I was just putting a poll out there. It says, would you like stock market news videos at night? Because I was thinking about covering Bloomberg information and stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. And since I got it, I might as well just put it out there. So I figured I'd let people vote on it and see what they think and go from there.
Right. Like, I don't give out financial advice, but I will. I'm not afraid to say how indicators work and this, that, and the other thing, because I'm just showing you what the design feature of something that somebody created is used for. Right. So I'm okay with that kind of aspect of it, but I don't give financial advice at all. I just want to make that clear.
I do have a disclaimer when they first enter your chat on your screen. Your opinion, it's not financial advice, so you're covered there. I can send it again, though.
It's in my description of my video too, but I just, it is what it is. The market works in mysterious ways. It does what it wants, but if you can determine a direction, that means that you can buy at a support level and sell at a resistance level, right? And then you basically nail the trend. That's ultimately what you're trying to do. And you can't do that with just straight DD. You're not going to be able to do that.
We're talking about DD and technical analysis. And like I said, they're both useful. So, I mean, I know there's some people out there saying that technical analysis is useless, but that's not true at all because, like I said, what do you think hedge funds use? Technical analysis. What do you think algorithms use? It's pretty much technical analysis. So it's definitely important. When the stock squeezes, are you going to be looking on the news to try to figure out what's going to happen with your stock and how high it's going to go? No, you're going to use technical analysis. So the theory of technical analysis not being good is not a very smart idea to even say that it's not useful. Now, DD does help get you to the date on when things could move or when there's going to be something that's going to happen. But again, most people still buy and sell based upon technical analysis. So you got to have both, and that's pretty much the moral of the story. I was going to wrap things up here, so if you guys could hit that like button, I'm going to probably wrap things up here, hop off here. I want to get that poll in there too, so get them votes in there for that Bloomberg news stuff that we could probably cover at night and get extra information out there because I figure it's probably useful stuff and it's kind of nice to know what's going on in the market. So right now it looks like we got 79 yeses or 79% say yes. I'm going to close the poll up in about 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got here. 78% yes, 21% no. So, I mean, it looks like we'll be covering Bloomberg terminal stuff. Or not terminal, but Bloomberg period. Because you got to pay for it in order to get it, and I got it. So I figured, why not cover it? Yeah. So that's exactly it right there. Cam says, yeah, if you don't use TA, there's no way you can be profitable unless you're lucky. Pretty much, if you're only doing DD, it's gut instinct and gut feeling, and that's not a very smart way to trade. Most day traders do technical analysis, and that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, let me get the Discord information up there, too. Because I know I got new Discord information. Not new information, but there's a new invite you have to constantly get.
I'm going to fix that so you don't have to keep doing that.
No, I clicked that thing, but it always changes it where it says.
That's why I don't want you clicking it. I'll walk you through it and I'll tell you how to do it, and then you don't ever click that thing again. Because if you click it because you own the server, it's going to give you a new link every time. So you don't want to click it. You want to take that link that you already create and like put it in your bio on your Twitter. Okay?
Yeah.
So then if you ever need to give anybody that link, you just go to your Twitter bio, copy it from there and give it to them. And then you won't have to keep changing it. Because I got tired of changing mine, dude.
All right, let me put this up here in chat. There's my Discord. And I'm going to pin that over there on Twitter as well. All right, cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun on Discord lately. I got to admit, there's a lot of stuff happening on my Discord, Froggy's Discord, Casey Shaw's Discord. You know, we got poker night. We got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, the poker's pretty fun. We're supposed to be doing that again this Sunday over on Casey's, so that would be fun.
Everybody's welcome to come on and join us, you know. All apes are loud, right?
Pretty much. Miss Harris, do you want to go ahead and wrap things up over there on Space Call? Because I'm going to try to hop off here so I can get moving to my next thing here.
Yes, I want to thank everyone for coming Appreciate you guys, everyone that's in the stream, live stream, and everyone that's up in the space call. If you have not already, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe to the Mediocre Trader's channel, Froggystyles channel, 8 versus Wall Street channel. I'd like to give a shout out to all the partners. Thank you to 8 Radio, which is the One, the Hedge, Viper, Jordan, and Lady Kate. You guys can always go there and watch them on every day, in the morning and in the evening. I like to say, give a shout out to Finch, Jen, Sugar Kush, and Tara Bulls community. We appreciate you guys. I appreciate Jay Portuguese. I really do. Thank you, Coda, Metal Dub, and Gully Dollar Glock. Appreciate you guys. Now listen, guys. Y'all come in my DM all the time talking this crap. Listen. Froggy hasn't told me that he was giving you guys, letting you guys in for free. I have not heard that. I don't know where you get that from. He came on live and he told you guys, no, you have to be a member. You have to be a member. You don't want to be a member? Hey, that's fine. You won't be able to ask any questions. He really is going to do it for members only. Help Froggy become a full-time YouTuber. 16 cents a day. Just join. Appreciate everyone. Thanks everybody for coming. Ken Adams, I appreciate you, and Justin, appreciate you guys too. But please, everybody, go down there. Everybody that comes up in the space call, we really do appreciate you. We really, truly do. But I need you guys in the space call to go down into the stream. It's important. Please go down to the stream and just subscribe. Right? Go down there and subscribe. Sheree, coach him to go down there. Coach him to go down there. Get all these people. Sheree up here. He promotes Froggy. I'm telling you, Froggy, this guy promotes you. I don't know what. He just promotes you. So, Sheree, get all these people to go down there and like and subscribe. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'll talk to you, Sheree, after the live stream. As my son would say, guys, you guys know the routine. Build up, we out. It's on you, Froggy.
All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just realized I got an ad popping up on my other phone here. But, yeah, we're going to try to get back on here and do some news tonight. Hopefully tonight we can get it going on. I do got to cut grass and stuff like that too, so I'm going to see if I can get everything all done tonight and squeeze in the shower, take care of garbage and all this stuff I got to do, and then try to get back on here. So that's why I'm trying to get off. See if I can get some time to get all of it done.
That's
I
a
haven't
problem.
even worked the articles yet.
There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we do. It's crazy. People don't realize it, but there's a lot of stuff we do. It gets tiring, I gotta admit. So I hear you. Get it done, buddy.
Yeah. Plus tomorrow's Friday, so yeah, that's pretty much it. This weekend, let me see here. I got Line Vest coming on this weekend. I think it is on Sunday for an interview.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I gotta get that thing lined up here. I want to confirm with him to make sure that we're on for that. And then I want to try to get a couple more people on here for some more interviews and stuff like that. So
I hear Line Vest does good technical analysis. Is that right? Is he a TA guy?
Okay, you're getting them mixed up. It's Lion Vest, Dan, but most people in Twitter world know him as Lion Dan. That's what most people know him as. So you may be thinking about the Lion Trader. He does technical analysis and he does DA. But Lion Dan, which is Lion Vest, he doesn't do what Froggy does. Now Froggy can Froggy can say, oh, I see it going to I'm just giving you an example scenario. Oh, I see it, right? The line's going to take us to $10. He don't do that. He doesn't do that. So this is going to be good. He's good, but he doesn't call up price. He won't call up that price action. I think I'm not going to say he's scared, but he just don't call that price action. That's what I'm going to say. But he's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got him confused. My bad.
He's not like Froggy either. So, no, he's good, though. He's good. He's going to bring a lot of people, too.
There's like 4 different line guys out there. So I got confused too. I was like, wait, which one's which? Because
no disrespect, guys.
Ryan, he always has 300 people in the morning, like 300 something plus people in the morning. One time he does he has Bridget, he has Mama, they call her Mama. That's what her name is for real, guys. They call her Mama. So he has all those people in there early morning. He does early morning before. First he'll go into a regular, then he'll jump and do his stuff. That's how he always do in the morning time. So you're like a mediocre trader. You're like him. You got to get around just fine. And he's not like Froggy. I'm telling you, I know he is.
My problem
like
is,
I already told you that you listen to it. So I know he's gonna like it.
my
So,
problem is, Harris. My problem is morning time when you don't get to bed till late. It's hard to be up for pre-market.
Hey, I know, but like SU Ray, he's usually out here at 5 a.m. I don't know, 5 a.m. That's like 3 o'clock my time, I guess. But he's usually out here early, and he goes into them things and he promotes. That's why I signed you up. I should have signed you up. I know Jay Brown, but Jay Brown, he asked me, well, will I support him? So I had to support him because he's going to support Froggy. And he's going to support you, so I had to sign you up. I'm sorry, if I signed you up.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. That's fine. No problem. Yeah, no, I got some great people in the community. They call me in the morning and wake me up. It's I'll admit that on there. And you guys know who you are, and I do appreciate it, so don't think that I don't.
Yeah, but I'm working on that other one. I got they want me to, I don't know, Froggy told me yesterday, Froggy can handle it. I know he can, but everybody wants Froggy to interview this one particular person. They keep asking, and I got to see if Froggy will do it. But yeah. Froggy, you can handle it. I know you can, but you already told me you knew about that person before I did. So it's going to be up to you if you tell me yes or no. But it's all good. We appreciate all you guys. Jay, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, everyone.
Froggy. That graph.
I'll send you the rest of this info, Froggy.
Froggy, that grass ain't gonna cut itself, buddy.
Huh?
I said that grass ain't gonna cut itself.
I didn't hear you.
Get someone $100 to cut it.
She heard me. I said that grass ain't gonna cut itself, buddy.
Oh, I know.
$100
So
is nothing. Just throw $100 at him. So here, cut the grass.
I like being out in the sun. That's
You don't want to put $100. Okay. But actually, maybe I don't know how to work this Discord, people. I'm serious. I have a problem with Discord. It's complicated, and I need to meet some people over there. They want to promote. They want to start promoting. So how do I do that? How do I get over there and have a bunch of us over there talking so we can see how we're going to promote these channels?
you know who you should ask? Jay Portuguese.
Jay. Yep.
Yeah, but that's the one I got to meet. And that's the one I'm supposed to meet too.
I love you, Jay. Get it done, buddy.
Jay's always busy. I don't know. Jay's always busy, but I'm supposed to meet him too.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out how we all going to meet and talk because we want to promote all these channels. But I appreciate all you guys. Love you. Love each and every one of you guys. Seriously, I do. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you. Blockbuster, thank you. Appreciate everybody. Trek, you're here every day. We appreciate you. Appreciate you every day. Appreciate. Justin, thank you. Zombie, thank you. Okay, we got to go. We're going to Froggy. I'm waiting for Froggy to say, because you smell the frog is cooked.
Oh, you want that one?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Like that.
Thank you guys for coming.
Listen, hold on a second. I want to thank all you people for showing up. Thank you very much. And listen, on the way out, beat that like button and subscribe button and hop on over to Froggy's channel and do the same thing. And we'll see you later on tonight. Go ahead, Froggy.
Yeah, if you smelt the frogs cooking. If you smell what the frog is cooking.